B-Man Brian here. How are you today? All right, so I haven't looked at this hive for a little bit. We're gonna see what's going on. They were aggressive over there. I don't know why, but we're gonna take a look in here, see what's going on. I haven't looked in a while, but I'll show you a little bit. See how they're just kind of, very calm, not very aggressive right now. But I'm trying to show you, I saw some bees coming in with pollen on their, I call them legs. But see how they're walking in and they kind of fly in there. All right. Let's see here. So we're gonna do this, all right? All right, so hopefully I don't have to use any smoke, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. This hive was very aggressive, too aggressive sometimes, but it is humid out today, so sometimes they get like you, they get a little too humid. It's not very nice. They're probably sweaty, and let's see. Okay, ladies. All right. So we look in here. Okay. So no hive beetles. I'll say hive beetles up here. Okay, no ants. That's good. Excellent. Let's see here, ladies. What are we doing in here, ladies? Let's see. All right. Let's see. A lot of populus there. Okay. All right, girls. Oh, there's a couple of hive beetles in there, just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Let's put this down right here. All right. They get a little bit upset. I get it. Oh, it fell down. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. Let me just put this like this, a little bit higher up, okay? Now, how's that? Okay, you can walk right in there. All right, there you go. I know. All right, so as I can see here already, I don't see much of production going on here. So we're just gonna open this up a little bit. All right. See, like I said, they're building a little bit, but nothing to really write home about there. Just let's see what they're gonna do here. So I'll take. Let me see. I'll do this today. I'm gonna lay this flat. All right. I'm gonna take this as like I said, this is a super box, right? Not because it's a super, but but anyway, you put this down here. All right, and I'm just gonna put this in here. Okay, it just makes it easier to work with the bees. Like I said before, they're buzzing in here, but they're not buzzing. Like if it's too noisy, then there's something going on. There's no queen. There's no another frame, nothing. But there's no queen. They're having trouble. I guess with the babies or the brood and food-wise. So we're in the middle of August, right? So in the middle of August, like I said, if they're not making anything by September, I'm gonna take this super box away, okay? And what I'll do is I'll basically knock it down to 2 boxes. I'll make sure that the babies or the brood, okay, are down to the bottom, and that the honey bread they make is at the top. So it's kind of like an insulator. I'm hoping this hive survives the winter. Like I said, nothing much going on here, so I will probably take this off pretty soon because they're not gonna fill this up. It's too late. Nectar flow will probably stop pretty soon, so it'll be too late for them to do anything. And then if you have too much of a hive, okay, if it's too much area, they won't be able to warm it up. in the wintertime. There might be other insects that'll get in under their guard. So I just, yeah, look at these little girls. Okay, little girls, it's all right. All right, but yeah, so as I can see here, there's not one, oh, and this came off. Sometimes this happens, it does. So what I do is I just shake them off a little bit. Let's shake you off, girls, all right? Yeah, your frame fell apart, I don't know why. It is what it is. And I'll put that back on, and I'll fit that right back in there. I'll probably take my staple gun and kind of staple that up again. Okay, ladies, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So I'll use my staple gun. I'll staple that back up again. So I'll keep this frame out because it seems like it's weak. Here, let's. There you go. All right, come on. All right, a little shake it down there. All right, because I'm going to use it, ladies. I'm going to have this one. I'm going to fix it back up for you. All right. Okay, let's see. Next frame. Oh, well, here we go. Look at this gem. Okay. So, oh boy, oh boy. So, and again, another frame. Gotta get my staple gun. There you go, ladies. It's okay. It's all right. Okay. I gotta get this back on here. Sometimes, you know, frames fall apart. Oh, look, they're drinking water. Oh, how nice. Look at that. Yes, bees do like to drink water. It's a necessity, just like us. All living creatures need water. It's true. All right. Let's get this back in here. I'll keep this one out too. And I will staple that back up again. Okay, sorry ladies, I'm sorry, excuse me. Oh, look at this, what a gem. But like I said, it's only one frame that has any honey, but this is what you want to see. Look at this. Look at that. Capped honey. And this is open though, this is still open honey. But like I said, look at that. Look at how fat that is. You see where the frame is, right? The frame, look at how much that's like increased. Look at that, beautiful. But like I said, I will not be taking this from them because it's just not all capped just yet. So what I'll do is I'll put this right back over here. Hi, honey. Why are you stinging me? No, we don't sting. No. No. Come on. Come on. Oh, now look what you did. Now, oh, girl. Oh my God. Now she stung me. Now her stinger comes out, and that's it. What'd I do? I didn't do anything. Oh boy. Well, let's look over here. And like I said, it appears to me that that is the only frame that has any kind of a semblance of capped honey. I'm not going to take it for now. Like I said, they might need that later on. But after, like I said, I'm going to take this super frame off. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just break this down to only 2 brood boxes, take off the super, because like I said, it'll be too much for them to keep the hive going, all right, and to, you know, try to maintain this. There's no point to maintain it because there's no honey up here. You know, they're not going to even use it for their stores or anything like that. So, but, all right, so since we've established there's no honey production really here, let's go into, okay, see if there's a queen and if there's brood. All right, so we're going to open this up here. I'm going to take this off. Okay, yes, ladies, I'm going to take it off for a second, ladies. All right, I'm going to place it over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I made this a 9 brood frame. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's be as gentle as possible here. All right, I don't see, like I said, I don't see much hive beetles, wax moths. I'm very happy with that. Um, and like I said, as I start to do this, okay, I'm gonna put this down here, like this. All right, come on, ladies. I know. Just putting it there for a second, but I'm gonna, like I said, I put it like this. I orient myself like this, okay, so that I know this frame is here. It will go back right over here. All right. Come here. Let's get some stable ground here. All right, here we are. Oh, see that? Well, you can't see it because you're all the way over there. But anyway, there's pollen on her legs there. Okay, so it looks like there should be brood in here. Right? There should be, because usually what they're doing is that, and also with that, what they're doing is they're creating bee bread. So, hey ladies, how are you? Yeah, so this is a frame. This is full of honey, but it's probably mixed with pollen. Okay, make bee bread. This is going to be their stores. Okay, this is going to be their stores. All right, and looking over here. So let's see. So I see some drone, but I see more. Well, I do see a lot of drones here. That might be a problem. So that means that might be a drone laying queen. So we have to be very careful now, because it's the end of the season. I don't want this to split on me. If it splits, it's terrible, but what am I gonna do? It is what it is. Mother Nature, she has her own plans, unfortunately, but this is all cap bee bread for them. All right, I'm gonna put this over here. I'm trying to go through this quickly because I do want to check my other hive over there at the far end, because I know I haven't checked for honey in a while. This one here, we're gonna leave that bee for now. Bee, did you get it? Bee for now. Okay, ladies, come here. Hold on. Let me just take this out. Let me see what's going on in here, ladies. All right. Got a firm grip on that. Oh, let's see here. Probably some drone cells there. All right, see, there is larva, okay? There is larva, and they're not liking me taking their larva out, but I am taking it out. But there is larva, and they're starting to cap it. Okay, see that? See it right there? See that? I don't know if you can see that too well, but there's pollen on her legs. That's to feed and to give bee bread, all right? And that's to feed at the young. Well, not young, but right now, as they're in the cells here, you can't really see. I have to get a better camera one of these days. But as you can see, there's a larva in here, all larva. Let's see what's on the other end. There's some larvae, there's some queens, there's some, they call them, they're queen cells, but they're like, just like emergency cells. Like, okay, maybe the queen's not laying so much, we might have to get a new queen. Or, like I said, I don't see freshly laid eggs, so they might have to have a new queen. So I'm just looking around here, but you see how it goes, the orientation? You see how it is? They build honey around here, and then the larva around here, which is a good thing, and then the larva will come out, eat some honey, you know, and then they'll go on their business. But this is also for the winter time. I mean, they're really preparing for the winter time. They know better than us. You know, it's that time of the year, but it's also that time of the year where they start robbing each other. So that's when I gotta start closing this entrance down, you know, to just about this, and because they will rob each other, and it's not a joke. They do. So looking around here, like I said, there is larva production, and it's not all drones. And like these are they call them swarm cells. But if I find the queen, I'll just crush these, because I don't want them to start giving up for, you know, a swarm or replacing the queen just yet. If they can last, you know, if they can just last the winter time and come out, you know, that's my whole point of this is to make sure they last the winter time. And once they get out of the winter time, then, you know, honey production goes skyrocketing. That's amazing. All right, let's see this. Okay, so this is honey. This is a lot of honey here. All right, and I don't see many drones on this one, which is good. But yeah, they're still, she's laying, but it's a weird, she's laying very weird, or they're building the comb out a little differently. I don't know if they're in distress yet. They might be in distress. I don't know. Let's see the next one here. Okay, I'll bring it over to you so you can see. But there is a laying queen in here. There is. Let's see here. Let's see this one. Come on, ladies. Yep. I'm just gonna take this off for a little while. There you go. All right. And like I said before, here it is. See, those are all larvae, and for the most part, it's laid out pretty well. Okay. I don't see. I'm trying to look for her, but like I said, she doesn't like to lay on stuff. She wants to go to clean comb. That's what she loves. She loves clean comb. And like I said, again, the honey obviously surrounding the brood. Okay. And some have come out and they're cleaning the cells to make more. Like I said, she loves clean comb to make her babies. Well, you can see here, you can't see her unfortunately, but right here, that's larva. It's pretty small, which is good, but it's not eggs. So this could be a week old, and the queen could be failing, or, so let me see what these girls are doing. Hey girls, hey, move away for a second. Thank you. Yeah, that's all honey. All that's honey. If this keeps up the way it does, I'd be happy enough to take that super off, keep 2 boxes, okay, 2 brood boxes, and let them weather the storm. Hopefully this winter's not too harsh, but that's not up to me. I can tell you right now. All right, so I'm gonna put this back in here, okay, because I took enough frames out. They're still doing their thing. I have not found the queen yet, but when I do, hopefully, I will show you that little girl. Okay, come on. Let me see what you got in here. Okay, so this one's just completely, there's some honey there, but nothing to write home about. Nothing really anything like that. I don't see many drones. Like I said, I haven't found much hive beetles or wax moths, thank God. I don't see veromites. I don't see anything like that. They look really healthy. But like I said, the queen is laying. See, there's some laying right here. So they built out this comb, and then the queen comes right over and says, oh, I like that. Nice clean comb. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna lay my eggs. Yep. Look at that. Well, like I said, I don't see the queen right now. I'm just gonna check a couple more frames. Oh, this one is full of honey. Full of honey. Okay. Let me move you back over here. Come here. Yep, come here. I know. Right, don't worry, I'm gonna put you back soon enough. But let me see what you got going on here. Oh yeah. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, this thing full of honey. A brood frame full, packed to the gills with honey. Couple drone cells there, which that again has me a little concerned. But this has to weigh at least 15, 20 pounds. Has to. That densely packed honey, look at it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I know. Right now I got a little girl whacking me in the head. She's like, okay, stop talking. Let's move. Let's put this back. We're busy here. We're busy. All right. Yeah, like I said, and then like I said, another frame full of honey. Full of honey. I'll show you this one too. And now they're getting annoyed. But I'm not gonna, I see larvae, like I said, I see cap brood. They don't look too distressed. So I'm not gonna really, again, like I said, this is not as fat, you know, it's like I said before, it's not as fat, but this still full of capped honey. And this again here, full of capped honey. Okay, beautiful. Smell is intoxicating. I could stick my head in there. If I wouldn't get stung, I would have stuck my head in there. Anyway, so like I said, they're really, so that's that. Let's see. Put your back, excuse me, ladies. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see about this last one. And like I said, over here, it looks as if like they're still building. I'm not gonna take this whole thing apart, but yeah, they're still, it's sporadic. They're building more honey here. There's storage for the winter time. Yeah, you see how they build it? They build the comb out a little longer than the frame itself. See that? See how it gets a little longer there? See how it's built out from the frame? I like this kind where they kind of make it even with the wood, but that's not my job, and they could care less what I say. I can tell you that right now. But anyway, they're doing, in this last frame, there's nothing in it. It's absolutely blank. So I'm gonna put this back over here, tighten it up. All right, that gets tightened up here. And what I do is I just push this back. All right, I'll make sure the bees are not on. Like I said, the bees get on that frame, you know, where they have that frame that closes. I don't like to close them in. I kind of like to be very gentle with it. Like I said, so I don't want to mess with them too much. Like I said, I see honey, I see brood. I'm not too concerned. I do see a couple queen cells that, like, or warning cells. You call them warning cells, but I don't see anything that's too concerning. I did see a lot of drones in that one, but what I'm gonna do is I'll go into this hive probably next week again. I'll take a look. I don't want to really, I'm just trying to look a little bit, see if I could see her. You'll see her. It's weird. Her abdomen is long, right? And when she walks, they usually clear a path for her. Or if she's walking along, they're actually cleaning her or feeding her. Okay, sorry, babe. They're feeding her or something like that. So that's how I'll really find out if she's here or not. She could be in the first box. She could be down there too. They might have built out new comb down there too as well. So I can't really see her here. And like I said, it's a humid day, so the girls are just like, you know, leave me alone, please. Let me close it up, and we'll fan out our own hive here. Why do you have to mess with us? Which I don't like to mess with them too much, but I have to take a look, girls. So you have to let me look. Like I said, very calm hive. So that makes me believe that there is a queen, because when there's a queen, you have a purpose, okay? And the purpose is basically to care for her, okay? And keep up production of honey, keep up production of larvae, cleaning out the hive. I don't see any wax moths, hive beetles, nothing like that, which is great. It's incredible. A lot of ums today, huh? Yeah, I know. We got my etiquette back in the house. Let's see here. I wish I could find, I mean, this is a lot of larvae here, but they're cleaning it out. Just a little, there you go. Let me see, ladies. What do you got here? No, nothing too much. No, I can't find the queen, but like I said, the queen sometimes is very elusive. She spends most of her time in the dark. So for her, when I open this up, she's looking for a dark place to hide in. So for me, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack sometimes, but sometimes she'll come out. That's why they mark queens, right? They actually put a dot on them, right? It's just a little paint. It doesn't do much to them. But it's just, you know. And every week I know I'm the same. It looks like I do the same thing. But this is what you have to do. Every week you have to go in, or every 2 weeks. You don't want to mess up the hive environment. But you have to check. Because if you don't check, then you don't know what's going on in your hive. And you could have a catastrophe. We don't want a catastrophe here, especially when it's getting close now. Yeah, so there's brood, and they're taking care of it. And like I said, if there's brood, the nurse bees will not leave this, and most of the hive will stay there and see this through. So we put this one back. Okay, come on, girl. No. Then you'll go and sting me, and then you'll die, and then it'll be unfortunate because it's for nothing, because I'm not attacking you. What are you doing? Are you okay? All right, I'm gonna move you back in. All right, now we're gonna put the rest of the cells back in. I'm gonna put this one back in first. So I remember I put this one here, that one here, that one here. So that's the order it's supposed to go in, okay? So let me see you. Oh, it's so heavy, girls. It's so heavy. Look at this. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, a couple drones, you know. A couple drones here. Okay, go down. And like I said, this is all gonna be bee bred. Like I said, the queen most likely 9 times out of 10 will not be on cells like this. She'll be more an open comb. She'll be trying to find a space to lay her eggs. But this is a very heavy. See right here. See the bees are. See the drones talking to the I guess the forager. I don't know what they're saying. I wish I could be privy to that conversation, but I don't know what they're saying. But it is bee bred, because you see they had pollen, and now they're filling with honey. Yeah, this is the main stores for right before winter time. And this is I never take this. I never do, because you know what? This is their stores. If they put something in the super for me, cool, thank you very much. But if they don't, I don't touch it. I'm not going to be that guy that's going to take the store. That's like someone going to your house, taking all your food and say, huh, see you later, and all the stores are closed, you know? That's not nice. So I try to be nice to my bees, and they're nice to me, well, for the most part. Now they're talking. You hear them? Now they're like, please be quiet. You said too much. You went over your word limit. I know, ladies. I know. I am sorry. I know. I'm sorry. You can hear them. Here. Come over here. Let's hear these girls. Listen real close. You know what that means? Hey, B-Man Brian. Shush. That's what it means. Look at those girls. But you can hear them now. They're like talking. They're like, okay, I've had this open for too long. I'm tired of listening to your voice. We're doing our thing. They're starting to shake over here. So they're like, okay. And I know they're following the camera now. Hold on. I think I messed that one up a little bit. Let's see. All right, here I am. All right. Wow. I've been doing this for 30 minutes already. Oh my goodness. Anyway. B-Man Brian, save the bees, because they save us. Anyway, let me get going, button this all up, and catch another episode soon. And if I find anything interesting, when I find the queen, I'll click back on. Later.